This is 2-1, a good early season battle as we're underway in Week 4. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. Here's the Chiefs offense for their first possession, and it's Patrick Mahomes at quarterback.
And simply put, for many, he's the gold standard for quarterbacks in today's NFL because of his ability to create, find the open man, use all the different arm angles that he has. He's a complete package, and boy, his team loves to play around him.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Mahomes. He completes that to Garrett Wilson. The numbers for him from a week ago: 4 catches, 65 yards.
That was a nice job there pulling that one in. Now this is an offense that will certainly spread the ball around a bit, and this is a guy the defenses have better focus on.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Working from the gun, Mahomes. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the...
throwing up the gut. Montgomery. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. So now on comes the field goal unit. And wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt. Butker's kick here is good. And the Chiefs are out to a 3-0 lead. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So here come the Texans now for their first drive. And they'll be led out by their quarterback now in his 3rd season in the league.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
But that's the ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3-1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of the season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have had a perfect game.
Wide open receiver complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. Intercepted by the Chiefs. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the 6th sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. On 2nd down, Montgomery. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City 1st down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw taken in by Hockenson here. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far. They just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, That play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder, this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away? It could cost them a ball game.
So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. They trail 3-0 after the INT last time led to a field goal, but now another fresh start here, 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Landry, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 20 carries, 87 yards.
Well, to no one's surprise, he gets an early rep right there, and they've been playing their best ball this season as they've built this winning streak. And that includes the ground game, where he's kept the offense productive and put them in position to win ball games. The question now is, can this defense that he's facing do what others haven't and finally put a stop to this streak?
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. And he rifles it complete, caught by Landry. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. And he's got his man out of the slot, complete. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd down.
On play action, they'll throw. And incomplete on the deep ball. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 18. A strong pickup of 11 keeps their drive alive.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. They'll look to throw again. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He finds his man, complete. That's Page. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
Here we go on 4th down. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed he did not. They stop him. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Flushed out. And Mahomes is going to go down in the end zone, and that is going to be a safety.
Every team has plays in their book to try and buy some room when a safety's on the table. But a big variable is how does each team deal with the pressure of executing in those situations. In this case, they didn't, and they gave up 2 points.
After the safety, remember, they also need to give up the football, and here's the free kick. That's pulled in at the 32. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board, so let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Well, let's see here, Charles. He was sacked 6 times last week. Now a first quarter sack. What's going on in his mind?
Well, he's thinking to himself, 5 offensive linemen. I got sacked 6 times last week. Let's start thinking about keeping extra people in. Tight end stays in. If I have a fullback or the running back, they stay in and help me block. Maybe not as many receivers in a pattern. Anything to try and slow down that pass rush.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. They'll set up to throw. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. This defense for the Chiefs, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. And this one is no good. He missed it. And that'll keep this a 1-point game. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. The Chiefs with the football as we start the second quarter. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Montgomery on the counter, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
Yeah, looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now here's Mahomes. And this is going to be incomplete. Here's the Chiefs cover down, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And well done here. That one will kick out of bounds at about the 8-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. And he comes back with one complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20.
I think we've got evidence right now that this team's not going to be daunted at all. Just because they're backed up doesn't mean they're not going to continue to throw the football. They threw an incompletion on 1st down, but they came right back on 2nd down and threw it again. And this time they hit it for not just good yardage, but a 1st down.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. So the completion gets him just a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. Now a give right side. Landry. And the Chiefs D closes in on him again, and they drop him behind the line.
A 2-yard loss on the play. It's 3rd and
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he will bring it back to the 4-yard line.
Well, that's the down and distance coaches always talk about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long, and you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him, sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did, yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. Montgomery is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Mahomes now to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And he puts it through to extend this thing to a 10-2 ball game. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Houston set to take over. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units in there. Kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive. Boy, that completion comes with a high degree of difficulty, especially on the catch. Had to look that one in one-handed, able to do so, and ends up picking up a 1st down as well.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. 39 yards there, a big one.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Chiefs' 19-yard line.
Back to throw again. And he's got his big tight end here. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
It's a gain of 3.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Texans are back within a couple of the lead. Well, that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open in the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
Extra point splits the uprights, and this is now a one-point game. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and the result, a Houston touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. You see David Montgomery heading back out to begin the drive. It's the second quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going, but we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime to make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series, so those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way to run it.
So they search for that patience here now. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Finding Hockenson here on the out route. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Taken in at the 22. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get him back into the ballgame or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once where he actually ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else just to say, guys, let's go. Try and create that energy, create that spark.
Well, so far he has 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He'll be looking for that 2nd touchdown now. They'll run on 1st down. Landry. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Chiefs will take over possession here up at the 44.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
You see David Montgomery heading back out to begin the drive. And he's had his chances in this game. He just hasn't been able to find any daylight so far.
Patience, patience, patience. And that's the hard part for a runner because they expect every run to be a big one for something to pop. So they have to sometimes go through the struggles before it happens for them later in the game. But you got to give credit to the rest of the team. They've worked around the fact that he hasn't had his normal big game.
Yeah, despite his struggles, still winning here in the second quarter. They go play fake. Mahomes. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and it's going to be a 1st down. Well done. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory as they're down to the 29-yard line. Mahomes going to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be brought down at the 27. Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
And you can just see that whole play developing. That's where, as a defender, you just lock in on your target and say, I'm not even thinking about breaking stride. I'm running straight for the belt buckle, because where it goes, that's where you find his body, and he was able to get in there and make a great play.
From the 27, Mahomes. A quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches have told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head away. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
This one swung out to Montgomery. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. That's going to bring up fourth down, only a gain of 2 there. Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. He hit his first, now this from 43. Butker's kick here is good, and the lead grows to 4. It's 13-9. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Texans offense set to regain possession. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the fourth quarter. But you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Chiefs are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there. Couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Mahomes now on 1st down. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Texans are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Looking left side, and it's complete. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. They're going to look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. Down inside the 10. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Texans will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
And there's a situation where as a tight end, once he gets that end zone in his sights, he's not going to back down from anyone. He doesn't worry about running to daylight. He doesn't mind running through contact. That's totally fine by him.
Extra point right down the middle, and that gives him a 3-point lead. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive, and it results in the Texans finding the end zone. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. See David Montgomery heading back out to begin the drive. He's just been looking for some space. Yeah, I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Mahomes eluding the pressure right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. So we've come upon halftime here in Houston, and it's the home team, the Texans, leading this one. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as we say goodbye to September and take a look around the NFL here on this first day of October. We'll start up at Highmark Stadium, just outside of Buffalo. And it's the Patriots leading that one in the second quarter. The Patriots locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. From there, we head on over to Wisconsin to check on the Packers at home at Lambeau Field. And that one, all tied. Finally, let's get down to the Bayou. Check in on the Saints at home at the Caesars Superdome. And that game level as they take on the visiting Arizona Cardinals. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats for KC in that first half. And they did not do much at all in terms of throwing the football in those first 2 quarters. That's going to need to improve if they want to erase this deficit. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they were much more successful throwing the football than their counterparts. As you can see the numbers there.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And he's got to be wondering what happened in that first half. 3 interceptions, very uncharacteristic.
And even the great ones go through phases like this, like what we just saw. And most of them, they have such a mental capacity to throw it out and essentially start over. I think that's where he's headed now.
He's got his opportunity to throw it out. Let's see how he does. And they're able to get this one across the 35. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. They'll try again with the arm here on second down. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
They'll drop to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he is going to have the Texans first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
So how would you describe that one, partner? Workmanlike right there? getting that first down, blue-collar type football?
Yeah, only needed 3, got 4, just enough. I like workmanlike.
I think it's pretty cool myself. Everything doesn't have to be high glamour in this game.
On first down, Landry. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he rifles it complete. Caught by Landry. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Now a handoff up the middle. Landry. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
Partner, one thing I was lousy at growing up, track and field. I could never anticipate the start before a race, but how about that backer? He figured it out, jumped the count, and turned it into a really nice play for his defense.
And the punter's on the sideline. Here's the field goal unit now to try an exceptionally long one. And his kick is good. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. For almost 8 years, 64 stood as the NFL record for the longest field goal. That has since been eclipsed. It's now 66, but still 64-yarder. Pretty impressive, CD.
Absolutely agree with that, because if you drill a 60-yarder in an NFL game, you've got a lot to be proud of, record or no record. And only a handful of guys can even attempt it. Excellent job there, putting that one through the pipes.
So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same, because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12. We've seen this a few times in this game. That offensive line, just I don't know if you want to call it out physical, out tough, whatever you want to use.
And what people do when that is happening, when they're getting dominated that way, they spread things out a little bit, make it more of a space game, and allow your skill position players to make a few plays out in open field. Take away the physical element, gives you a chance.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Montgomery. Brings it up just shy of the 25. Showed some of that quickness there on the move. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Being chased out left. And he wisely will throw that one away. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return, and they will take over 1st and 10. So here are the Texans to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's got his man on the out route. 2nd down and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3. At the 39.
Up the middle they go. Landry. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd down and 2.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Looking left side, he's got it complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
They'll run on first down. Landry. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. On play action, they'll throw. Sliding out of the pocket to the sideline, and that's well done. And they'll drag the feet. He's going to have the first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a handoff up the middle. Landry. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards, and it'll be 2nd and very short.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
On 2nd down, Landry, and he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Chiefs' 18-yard line.
2nd and 2. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. He'll drop to throw. And he's got it. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
Pass interference. Defense.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. 1st and goal. Up the middle they go. Landry. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. His 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Texans will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
They'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and they fail on the try for 2.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. KC's offense ready to take over. And these guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we...
And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. And the Texans will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
Well, NFL quarterbacks have learned the hard way. You're not going to get rich throwing against this guy. He's definitely too good. And this is now his 2nd interception of the ball game. And if I'm running the offense, I've got to tell my guys, you've got to go work on the other corner.
Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. They'll try and start this drive in the air. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. Now a give, right side. Landry. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Texans on third down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is 3rd and 4. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there. That brings up 4th. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And now here comes Kansas City. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 13. He'll begin by dropping it off to Montgomery. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. On 2nd and 9, Mahomes. He finds Wilson. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. A gain there of 21 yards.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. A give to Montgomery out of the gun. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. To throw, it's Mahomes. He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hockenson. And they're going to get this up to midfield. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. Montgomery back to the ground. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery, and he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards. Seems pretty obvious defensively the key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take a run.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Texans are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And the Texans set to come onto the field. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Back to throw here. He'll rifle this one deep right side. He's got him in, complete. And get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big pickup of 38.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. On 2nd down now, it's Page. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
He's taken down at the 17-yard line. It's a gain of 2.
Now back to throw. Touchdown, Texans. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans are going to be moving to 4-0 as they extend their lead. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the 4th quarter after that one, CD. And well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
And I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence, because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense. They made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. Now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be, and my goodness, another interception. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
On 1st down, Landry. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. On 2nd down, Landry. They follow up the 1st down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. From 19 yards away. And the Texans are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. Well, definitely a good day's work throwing the football. Very good day's work. A 4th touchdown pass as they're really pouring it on.
Yeah, and so much for going into clock mode after getting that touchdown, right? Because you would think with the lead 4th quarter they might actually do that. No chance. They've kept attacking and got another touchdown pass as a result.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will bump the lead up to 26. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and if I kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Back to the air on second down. It's Mahomes. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. From the gun on third down, Mahomes. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And now here's another interception. And the Texans are going to take possession here at their own 33. But to be frank, CD, this is getting tough to watch. I mean, you feel for him, but 6 interceptions, that's at a whole new level. It's not a good level.
It makes it tougher and tougher to come up with ways to try and support him. But you have to as a team because you can't just throw your quarterback aside. You're going to need him later on. But it reminds me of a time that a former defense coordinator of mine told me he was in a game where his quarterback threw 7 interceptions. So after the 6th one of the defensive players went to the quarterback and said, here's what you do. Throw the ball to the other team, and let's see if our receivers can pick it off and turn it into a completion.
That's just mean. I don't know that I'd go down there and say that to him right now. Probably pretty fragile. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
They'll keep it on the ground. Landry. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. And he's got some space here. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And then when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
They'll run on first down. Landry, as he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. 48 yards on the ground for him so far.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Now, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
Well, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for Houston, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0, and they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.